merch store. Grab yourself a shirt. Boats in the Hood. Well, g'day guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. This weekend we've got something very special for you. We're here at the Australian Powerboat GP Round 4. We're going to be bringing you the F1 boats and also some coverage of the vintage and veterans category. So with some real old boats, but yeah, looking forward to also seeing some juniors and as much footage as we can bring you of the F1s. We're just starting to warm up a few boats now. Check it out. Go hungry here at the Moree Water Park, that's for sure. They've got everything: steak sandwiches for breakfast, croissants, bakery food, everything. And just while I got you here, Boats in the Hood merch. Got my men's jumper on. Loz has got herself a pink girls one. Jump on, support. So as you can see in front of me, they have the official weigh station where they weigh all the F1 boats and ensure that they all meet the category's requirements and weight restrictions and limits. Here we are at the Moree Water Park. I'll just talk to you a little bit about the facility itself. I never even knew about it, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people out there that don't even know this place exists either. 5 hours 40 minutes from the Gold Coast. There's great facilities, there's grandstands and seating. You're also allowed to camp here if you wish. For the racetrack itself, it's specifically and purposely built for boat racing. Oval shaped track with an island in the middle. You're going to minimise a lot of that wash and boat wake that you'll usually come into when passing up the other side. It's a very well organised event. Dave, the developer of the track, was saying that they will eventually set up lights here and actually have night racing. I've never even heard of boat night racing. That could possibly be one of the world's first. Another thing to take into consideration as well, they know what is in the water. They know there is nothing in this water. So the venue and the grounds are also that big and widespread. Everyone is almost able to camp or pull up and get their own spot and position directly by the water's edge. I mean, as for spectators, you can see out in front of me a perfect view. Bring the family and the friends. You can bring your dog. We got Sooty along here with us, and she's definitely picking up all the farmers' friends. I've been lucky enough to have met Dave, and he invited me to come down here. He's one of the committee members for the Moree Water Park, and he invited me down here. And Dave and his wife Rebecca, they've set up a stall selling food. But I thought I'd just pick Dave's brain a bit and let him tell you about how this all came to be about.
Yeah, thanks Josh. Appreciate what you're doing for us here in Moree and promoting our facility and our sport. The Moree Plainshire Council own a facility in Moree called the Moree Hot Artesian Pools. It's a natural hot water that comes out of the ground. For a number of years the water was overflowing into our local river, the Mehai River. We've helped with Moree Plainshire Council to turn this into an international facility for slalom water skiing, water sports, powerboat racing, any type of water sports, family activities that involves water, and it's here for everyone to use.
Dave actually mentioned to me, not only is there a circuit race right here which we're standing before, but there's actually 2 other lakes, and he pointed out to me they actually call one of the lakes North and South Lake, and an east and west lake. If you're out there watching this right now and you want to set some sort of Guinness record or world record, or you want to train, there is a lake here which you can use to accommodate for whatever weather conditions may be. Dave and the local community, they've started laying slabs. They're going to be putting up more huts, more seating, solar power. So it's just the beginning, and it's actually going to grow and grow and grow. I definitely think people should look at Moree Water Park for future events. Help out the community of Moree. The people here are amazing and really accommodating. Whether you're here at the track or I'm back in at town, everybody's so friendly and accommodating, and it's great to be a part of.
Very well said, Josh, and once again I really thank you. And there is on-ground camping for visitors that want to camp on site as well.
I really thank you, Dave, for inviting us down and letting us be a part of it.
No, I appreciate it, Josh, making the effort, mate. Good
Too
on
easy.
you. All
Thanks,
the best.
mate. Cheers. They're having the first race of the juniors out in front of me. But these are cool little boats. They just run a circuit on this front side, up around a buoy, back up around this buoy here, but I'm pretty sure they still do 4 laps. Really good to see these little juniors out here giving it their all. They're actually more fun to watch than some of the bigger boats sometimes, because they're always side by side and they tend to have a lot of spin outs coming into the corners really sharp as well. So yeah, that's the future of today's boat racing. Yeah, buddy.
And it's so simple for everyone. Just got to try and get the middle bits out.
I've got a mercury leg with a tattoo.
Alright guys, so I'm here with Roberto Talesi.
That's the one.
Yeah, so they call him the Wog Racing, Super Wog. He's got a few boats in this little field here, and we've been watching him over the weekend so far, and he's absolutely blitzing his field. So Rob, do you want to tell us a bit about what type of hull it is you run and the motor?
Currently I'm running the Echuca Marine hull. They're a pretty popular hull. Everyone likes them, everyone races them. It's currently running a MC40 Daihatsu. We're touching just on 60 mile an hour.
With regards to the motors, what are you allowed to do to these motors?
Well, there's 2 classes. You got the stock standard 25, which is straight from factory onto your boat. And that's one class. Then you can run the 550 class, which is unlimited modifications, as long as you stay under the 550cc ball.
Yep.
So I've opted to go for the 550. Obviously it's a faster class.
It seems to be a pretty big field and a very competitive field, which makes it for great racing,
awesome racing.
And great to watch, because there's many boats that are bumping side by side. Obviously motor height, prop selection, weight distribution, as you're saying, because there's many boats out there. You can see some of the guys tend to struggle with some of the different conditions, and then the other guys that have got their head around their setups, like yourself, seem to be flying, because when we watch you race here at Moree, you're literally half a lap out in front of the rest of the field.
I am. It does come down to people don't understand these little boats. There's a lot to do with the setup in them. Like a couple of mils can make a massive difference.
Some of the guys that are sitting back, they're all over the place trying to get a hold of the boat, but seeing you come past, you've got your boat really set up well, and it looks like you're just coming past on a knife edge.
Any minute I've tried to do do little bits here and there, but other than that, this season the boat's been hooked up and brought to each event.
Hopefully he's able to secure the championship and take it out for himself, and we'll take you on board with Rob and we'll show you hopefully how he absolutely dominates and smashes the field as he has been doing in the past. So thanks again, Rob. All right, cheers, buddy. So this is the race for the 550s on the Sunday, coming around now to start. Rob, the crazy wog, coming round to take the win in his race. Absolutely blitzing it still, undefeated.
Got a couple of spray downs from old Zachy boy as per usual.
Yeah, no, it looked good coming around, coming at some of them corners there. He was really almost bumping rails there against one another.
Yeah, you got to keep it tight racing.
Good on you to both of you. It's very competitive.
No, it's been a good season. So,
especially when you've got a 40. So.
True. I'm running the 40, the bigger motor, and he still manages to keep it up with me.
What do they call this one?
It's a hydroplane, 550 class. The motor's earmarked, built for racing in Japan, where they actually bet on the races, like horse racing.
Yeah, okay.
This sort of design started in the 50s.
Yeah.
And has just sort of evolved. The boat itself's about 60 kilograms.
Yeah, okay.
Standard, this is a 36 horsepower.
36, yeah. And what sort of RPMs does this motor pull?
This one is around 9,500.
9.5, yeah, wow. What pitch, prop and diameter is it?
It's a 7 1/4 inch, and I think it's a 9 or 10 inch pitch.
What sort of speeds have you got it up to?
Got it over 100 k's an hour.
Over 100?
With a standard motor, not with a modified motor.
Yeah, right. And so do you reckon you'll do over 100 here today?
Yeah, I'll be very, very unhappy if I don't do it.
Well, it's a perfect facility to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, I was saying to somebody today, if I had to choose a layout, this is it. Maybe a little bit shorter straight.
Yeah.
But the white turn suits me perfectly.
I can't wait to see this thing go. 100 kilometres an hour lying down, head first. It's like a bobsled, but in reverse. You've got to love things that are outside the box. That hydroplane's amazing. It's wringing its neck out to get on the plane, but once it gets on the plane, it should pull some good numbers. He reckons it does over 100 kilometers an hour. So, laying face first, level with the water, it's gonna be interesting. You can hear that hydroplane. It just the note of it's just above all these others. Once it gets moving, I think it's going to dominate the rest of the field. You call it a Yamato? Yamato. And that's the boats that they race in Japan. Oh, it had me thrilled because you hear that boat over every other boat because it's pulling like nearly 10,000 RPM, and it takes a little bit for him to get on the plane. But once he was on the plane, it really generated some speed, and he was up there with the front leaders of the pack. Doesn't matter how old you are. Like, how old are you?
Almost 60. Almost
60. Well, there you go. And he's out here with a wide variety of other people. He might be one of the oldest people in the lineup, but we're still all out here having the same amount of fun. It doesn't matter if you're 15, 16 or 60. Like, that's what it's all about. Hopefully we see you again at another event and we can get some more footage of you. Yeah, seeing him lay down in the front of this thing head first. And not only that, coming around the corner, he's actually leaning into the boat and tilting it, doing all sorts of things to make it perform the way it's meant to. It's really amazing to see. Yeah, I take my hat off to you, and thanks for keeping the team alive.
Well, thank you for documenting it and video.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.